Hi, I'm Tom Collinger. I'm the Associate Professor and Executive Director of the Spiegel Research Center, and importantly for this class, the instructor for the course we're going to be talking about. I'm with Kate Lee. Kate is the Assistant Director of External Programs, responsible for all the programs for students at Medill leaving the country. Let's begin. So what we're going to quickly do is I'm going to talk to you about what it is that you can expect as a class, as a course, and I'm going to turn it over to Kate, who's going to really address the frequently asked questions, especially for students that are going to be traveling abroad. So the important thing about this class is to know that it's about enterprise innovation. And what we mean by that is it is not the same as small, nimble startup enterprises innovating. A large global enterprise has uncommon problems associated with and challenges with understanding how to innovate and how to distribute those innovations around the world. Is it centralized? Is it decentralized? These are the things that we're going to be talking about. Number two is, what are the unique innovation characteristics of the type of businesses that go about globally innovating? How do they process it and manage the transformational challenges associated with it? What does sustainable innovation look like as compared to disruptive innovation? And what are the strategies to be a successful entrepreneur, which is really what it's going to take for our students who enter into global enterprises and are part of global innovation. I'm delighted to be doing this for the third year, and again, I'm delighted to be doing it with our partners at UDP, a wonderful university in Santiago. We're going to be working closely with two of the faculty who are part of this curricula. Professor Julie Kim, who's the director of the MBA program. She also happens to be quite philanthropic. She's the CEO of the Make-A-Wish Foundation in Chile. And Professor Andres Zoller, who is really quite a rock star, a Harvard-educated PhD in economics. He's also the head of the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Platform at UDP, a wonderful contributor to this class. The program is designed to have 25 students, as we've had in the past, 5 or 6 from UDP, so we will have a wonderful, diverse student population. It increases the learning tremendously. We will have one company visit that will be accompanied with an innovation brief by that company. There will be a sponsor. I'll talk about sponsors in a minute. In addition to that, we're going to have 2 additional visits as well as in-class guest lectures to see about how innovation actually happens in Chile. Last year we saw Deloitte, we saw Google, and we also saw a third company which may come back, so I'll keep it a secret just in case. We want you to know this is a very hands-on, active learning environment. This particular course is extremely interactive with a lot of activity-based learning for the students. And it's all around innovation and innovation development. There's so much progress that's made here that from Monday morning when we begin with the briefing, students work and ultimately by Friday deliver an innovation strategy back to the executives at the enterprise that is sponsoring this. In the first year we did it, we worked with Emiliana, which was at the time the largest organic winery in the world, Chile being the number 6 exporter of wine in the world as well. It was a wonderful project, and last year was no less wonderful working with AgriSuper, the largest chicken and pork producer in all of South America. They're a global enterprise with global brands, and with meatless becoming an increasingly growing phenomenon, this was a tremendous project for the students to bring real innovation. We took a few interesting photos just to give you a sense of what we're talking about. That's me with Julie Kim and Andres Zoller up in the upper left. Over on the right, you'll just see kind of a sense of the activity-based learning. Over on the bottom left, just the students out at the briefing when we were out at AgriSuper. In the middle, you'll see a bunch of them being wined and dined actually at the AgriSuper briefing. And on the right was when we were visiting Google in their place of business. So I now want to turn it over to Kate, who's going to talk to you about the program, logistics, flights, hotels, and such.
All right. Hi everyone. So I will be working with you on all of the non-academic pieces of this program. That's everything from the application phase through travel and successful coming back to your homes. So the first thing I want to flag for you is the dates. This program takes place over spring break for Northwestern. In Santiago, it starts on Sunday, March 22nd and runs through Friday, March 27th. If you're coming from the U.S. with travel, you should be planning for March 21st to 28th to be traveling, just because of the flights, if not a little longer, for your personal travel time. Students are responsible for arranging their own travel to Santiago, Chile. That way you can come a little early, stay a little late. That will be up to your discretion. Medill will provide housing for all students for the duration of the program. It is in a 5-star hotel that we've used in the past. The location of the hotel will be given to students once they're admitted. We do provide double occupancy hotel rooms. If you're interested in sort of upgrading, arrangements will be made for that after students are selected. Meals are not included with this program. But you will have in-country transportation, travel to the UDP sites, travel to all of the wonderful things that Tom just listed for you, as well as any required course activities. We estimate costs around $1,500 for the program based on past student experiences. Most of that cost is built into the airfare. Some students will need to obtain a visa for this program. U.S. nationals do not. If you do need a visa for this program, I'll be working with you on what that entails and how to go about obtaining that. I wanted to go through a little bit of what you can expect for the on-site schedule so that you can get a sense of how this program will feel as you're living it. The program housing at the hotel will open on Saturday. You'll be able to check in anytime that day. On Sunday, March 22nd, we'll get started with the program with a full day orientation and tour of Santiago, really giving you a chance to get to know some of the sites and do some of the sort of more touristic activities before getting straight to work. Monday through Thursday, you'll have packed itineraries, as Tom described, and then you will have evenings to work together with your team. Friday, you'll do your presentations for the class, and then the program will end at noon. You could choose to leave on Friday if your flights allow, or Saturday, depending. So we do provide housing for Friday night as well. So I wanted to also talk through your on-site resources in Santiago who will be there with you. Obviously, Professor Tom Collinger will be with you. You'll have staff from Medill as well as the UDP staff and faculty who were just listed. And I wanted to point out that you'll have your classmates. You guys will be there to learn from each other, to work with each other, and will be a great resource. You'll also have health, safety, and security support here in Evanston, courtesy of me. I'll be your 24-hour emergency contact, and then we'll obviously be providing you with information in advance for getting ready to travel. As mentioned previously, this program is limited to 25 students, so applications are competitive. It is open to any active IMC student in good standing from the part-time, full-time, and online programs, so that is kind of the pool that we'll be pulling from. For part-time and online students, priority will be given to those who have completed their core courses. If you haven't completed your core courses but are interested in this program, please make sure you reach out to Jaime to discuss your options. Work experience is a benefit as you work through the application. If you have it, highlighting it is helpful just because of the nature of the subject matter. Application is an online application due on October 29th. Parts of the application that you should keep in mind are that it will require a resume and some short essay questions. There are actually 3 of them. You should be able to see those and spend some time working on them because that's really the bulk of your application and where you make your case for your participation in this program. Applications will be reviewed by a panel of faculty and staff, and students will be selected based on their experience, the relevance of this course for their academic program and career goals, and then faculty feedback on students as well. We turn them around pretty quickly in just over a week, so you'll be notified of acceptance by November 8th, and then we ask you to commit to us that you will be participating in this program by November 13th. There's a great link here for the online application. We'll be sending it out to you as well. And then just as a reminder, if you have questions and you need to contact someone, here are our emails.
Thank you, Kate. I want to just say this is one of the highlights of my year teaching this course, not just because it's in a remarkably beautiful part of the world that I had never been to until 4 years ago, but because the learning is absolutely exceptional. And I encourage you to go back and look at the CTEX from prior years, because you'll hear from students what this class was really about and what it meant to them. I'm very proud of it. I think it's a wonderful collaboration with our friends at UDP, and we couldn't do it without the support here. So if you're interested, I encourage you to apply. As Kate said, if there's anything that either one of us can share with you that would be salient, let us know.